It's not that you're lazy and it's not that you have a bad attitude. All it is that you don't have the right systems. So in this video, I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen to you again and that you set the right systems that will make your life way easier. So I'm going to give you 5 master lists that you have to make to have the best systems. The list number 1 for systems is your 9-time routine systems. Make sure that you always have your clothes ready next to your bed so that as soon as you wake up, you can dress up and head to the gym, if that's your goal. If your goal is to work right away, make sure that you have your working and professional clothes ready next to your bed so that when you wake up, you put it right away and you're not on your robe or in your pajamas that will slightly make you want to go back to bed if you take too long or you're just laying on your couch reading or journaling. So what I do is I make sure that I have my workout clothes ready next to my bed because so many times I will fall asleep on my couch because I'm still on my robe or I'm still having a pajamas on. Some people feel even more comfortable having an alarm that has their toothbrush right next to that alarm. So as soon as they turn off that alarm, they grab the toothbrush, they head to the bathroom, and they know that that will wake them up. Sometimes I even make sure that I have my coffee machine already ready for me to start the next day coffee easier and not having to get it out, the coffee, and then clean it and then do the whole operation because it's not as easier. And this is all about systems. It's not about you being lazy and it's not about you not doing things right or enough. It's just having the right systems. The list number 2 for better systems will be having a very decluttered wardrobe, but at the same time, having like a day where you do your laundry or like having your clothes always easier to distinguish what is a casual cloth, what is a professional cloth, and what is your fitness cloth. When you do this, it's easier for you to not have to think so much about where do I find more casual clothes? Where is it everything? You have to make it obvious, you have to make it organized, and you have to know exactly in which drawer is what you're looking for. If you have your underwear and your shorts in the same place, it's going to mess you up. But if you know that you have all your underwear in one place, very organized, it's easier for you to know, okay, here's where I'm going to get my underwear. Easy. Shirt, underwear, pants, anything, right? So I would say that you get your clothes ready. What I do too is I have all my shirts that are casuals always on the front, easier for me to get them. Then I have my sweaters or hoodies on the right, and then further away is where I have coats. I also separate my fitness clothes from my casuals and my professional clothes for work. And so when I'm back to the gym, I already have my professional clothes ready in the bathroom so that I take a shower, I dress up, and I'm ready to work. So I have a very easy system. The third and really important list for your systems is your workplace, office. If you work at an office, every time that you are about to leave the office, make sure that you leave it decluttered, that you leave everything ready for the next day so that the next day you can use it and it's easier for you. You know where everything is and it feels like brand new, right? So what I make sure is that every night before going to bed, I check on my workplace, which is this one, and I make sure that my camera is charged, is connected, my computer is charged, my headphones are charged, and I have a thing to put my headphones as well. And I have my makeup ready. Anything that I need is already charged, is already ready for me to use it the next day, and there's not so much friction. The idea of having more systems in your life is to remove all friction, to remove as much friction as you can. So if I want to work every day here, and every day I have to plug the camera and I have to charge it and wait 30 minutes until it's ready, and then my computer is not working and the Wi-Fi is always off. But what I mean is that I remove all the friction. My camera is always ready for me to record. I turn on my computer, it's always charged and it's easier for me. My mouse is always charged. My headphones are charged. Everything's charged for me to use the next day and not worry about, oh, my headphones don't have battery, my mouse doesn't have battery, my keyboard doesn't have battery, because I have the right systems and I make sure everything is perfectly ready for me to start the next day. And this is something that you do repeatedly. The list number 4 is making sure that I always have essentials in my refrigerator, which means some days I'm not going to feel like cooking. So I make sure that I have a meal prep on the weekend that is already ready for me to eat, and all I have to do is just reheat it, or I buy frozen food that's healthy and have like good ingredients in it. Just because it's frozen doesn't mean that it's healthy. So I do that. I make sure that I have backups for the days that I don't feel like cooking or I don't have time, because I schedule so many meetings. I go in from meeting after meeting, and I have to still record my videos, and I have to still journal and do the things that actually are for me and my soul. So make sure that you always have in your refrigerator, if you work from home, your essentials, and make a list of what are must non-negotiable food that I should always have in my refrigerator. For me is eggs. I have to always have eggs, or let's say creamer for the coffee, or making sure that I always have coffee. In my case, actually, I used to not drink that much coffee before, but now I'm starting to like it. So it's been a couple years without consuming coffee, but now I like it. So I'm okay with it now. I always make sure that I have sleepy teas at night. Always. Like in my pantry, you are always going to see that there's a sleepy tea, because every night I want to relax. As soon as I'm done eating my dinner, I want a tea that relaxes me and that helps me with my digestion. This is really important because it gives me a way better. I sleep so good that I promise I wake up the next day like I just went and did this. Like I just went to bed and did this. That's it. Like sometimes it feels like that. And I think it's because of how much it relaxed me, that I'm not thinking so much. I'm just relaxed. And it's a natural way. Sometimes I want it a little faster, or I know that I'm not going to get as sleepy as fast as I want. So I always make sure that I have a melatonin in my pantry. Also, make it easier for you to have vitamins. I make sure that I have my magnesium vitamins at night, and I have a whole routine already written for things that matter to me. Like I know when I have to take magnesium. I try to take it at night, or my vitamin D3s. I take them in the morning with my breakfast. So I wanted to explain this because this is something that I've been experiencing that is making my life easier. And it took me a long time to get to a point where it's easier for me to do all these things. Wake up, grab my stuff, go to the gym, come back, take a shower, dress up, make sure that you have your lunch ready, or all of those things, right? So this is like the 4th most important list for your home. The 5th is something that is always going to help you with your mindset. So that can involve journals, books, or even your phone. I always make sure that by 7:30 p.m. I do no more screens unless I haven't finished a project and I really still need to use my phone, but I make sure that there's no more screens because I want to let my body know that it's dark out there and that it's time for me to go to sleep. And I want to always have my journals next to my bed so that when I wake up, I know where they are, where to find them, take them with me. Sometimes I write from bed at night, and sometimes I just write on the table. So I always have like this system where I know where my journals are, my books too. I read almost everywhere I can. I like reading on the treadmill, just walking and reading. Sometimes I like reading on the stairs machine at the gym that I don't know the actual name of it, but you're doing that and then you're reading. I like reading, of course, on the couch, sometimes on my car when I have to wait for something or anything, and I like reading on bed in the morning more than at night, because at night I actually tend to fall asleep and I'm more tired and I had a whole day and my thoughts are more active. So I don't read as much at night, but it's really good and I super recommend it. So those are the systems that are changing my life right now, and I have more, but I wanted to share 5 most important or essentials for you to start with at least one of them. So I hope you really liked this video, that this was helpful for you. If you like this type of content, I invite you to subscribe, and I would love to see you on the next video. Bye.